Well, we are on our way down to the Peninsula Trail on Lake Monroe for what will hopefully be our first overnight backpacking trip. See that Jaden is unbelievably excited about the opportunity to hike today. I'll have to wake him up to send him out on the trail. I think he'll get very excited when he gets out on the trail. It's about a 10-mile out and back trip to what will hopefully be a nice campground out on the shore of Lake Monroe. Well, we made it to the parking lot. There's the pack. There's the car covered with dirt. And right there's the beginning of the trail. Oh, we've reached one of the, this is one of the camping areas along the way. So that's a designated campsite. Pretty neat. These pine trees, top of a ridge. I don't know if you can see it, but that's really steep down there. Here's what we're hiking in. Well, here's what we're walking in. It's pretty. We just passed a group, had 2 dogs, so Jaden's going to have some company tonight too. Kind of give a better idea of what we're walking in probably. Really pretty in here. I have no idea how far we've gone. Probably not nearly as far as we think we have. This is pretty cool. I think Jaden's starting to get run out of gas a little bit. There's no water. We're on a ridge top here. Bone dry. Gonna have to stop and get him some water, I think, pretty soon. Alright, puppy, let's go. Jaden is very thirsty. Here's this that bottle. That's a 1-liter bottle. It was full about 2 seconds ago, and I didn't drink any of it. Oh, does it feel better? Well, it looks like we have reached, and that's where we came from, but here's where we're going. Looks like we've reached the end of the trail. He's figured it out. Beautiful here. It's gonna be a nice sunset too. Is the sun? Wow, look at this. So better find a place to camp. Well, I think this is gonna be our campsite for the night. The trail is about maybe 100 yards over that way, and there is, in fact. We made it. A little tired, boy. When I took that pack off, I felt like I was bouncing. There's my little camp rest. Unbelievably comfortable. Tired dog. Very nice tent, actually. Various gear. I'll probably, I don't know, cook dinner somewhere here. Probably on that rock, maybe. It is unbelievably still here. Just listen. There's my beverages for the evening. Fortunately, they're not as cold as they were when I brought them, but I'm gonna have a little sip of wine here, and I've got some freeze-dried cheese spread that's supposed to be very good. Brought some crackers. I'll probably make some of that and maybe give a cracker or 2 to Jaden. But just getting settled in. Very nice here. Well, this is my beverage, my adult beverage. My titanium mug. Still tastes pretty good. And there's my cheese spread, rehydrating. They say to let it sit for 10 minutes, which I'm doing. Here's my my bar, my kitchen, my bedroom. Pretty cool, huh? My fireplace, my trash can. Pretty much have everything. The wild thing about being out here like this is that there's nothing to do, and so you feel like you're in a rush to do something, like we are every night. And you're out here and you realize there's no rush to do anything. You know, until the sun goes down, when I'd have to probably crawl in there and go to sleep. But it forces you to slow down, because, you know, you realize it's like, what's the rush? So you just sit here and listen. I mean, I don't know if you can hear everything in the background, but there is no noise at all of people, and just a little bit of noise of birds and insects. Not even the sound of any wind. And look at the leaves. They're completely still. I mean, this is about the quietest place. You hear the birds in the background. Every once in a while, I'm just sitting here. Here's the view I have. Here's what I'm looking at. You know, and I'll light a fire here in a little bit. But I'm just going to sit here tonight. And I've got my little wine that I'm doing, and here's my kitchen. Well, here, let me show you. This is my cheese spread that I'm eating. It is absolutely incredible. Here's my crackers. So I'm going to try to show you what I'm doing here with one hand. Whoops, switch that one. Let's get an intact one. There's my Ritz cracker. Here's my titanium spork, which you can barely feel. It is so light. You can barely even feel it in your hand. Here you grab some of this stuff with the spork. Here's what it looks like. That was all just dried stuff before. That really didn't work very well. I may not have looked. I don't know what it looked like. That is incredibly good. This is in the category of don't say I never share. What do you think, puppy? Jaden, do you like that? Jaden likes it a lot. I don't know if you can see that. There might be one cracker worth left. I'm trying to figure out, look at that with the sun in the background. I'm trying to figure out whether Jaden should have it or I should have it. Jaden, me or you, buddy? You want the cracker? I'm going to give it to Jaden. Alright, I need to show you two things here. Number one, I started this fire and I have not struck a match. I literally started it with a flint, and I don't know where the wool thing is, but basically an emergency fire starter. So I have not struck a lighter or a match, and I have fire. So that's the first thing I need to show you. The second thing is I'm walking around in my boxer shorts. But yes, it's very fashionable. Kind of looks like biking shorts, doesn't it? Jaden did get that last cracker, by the way, but I'm getting ready to make dinner here too. But very nice setting. And now we have fire as well. Cool. I feel like Survivor Man. I've been off in these woods gathering all kinds of wood so the fire doesn't go out. I don't know when we're going to make dinner here. I think everything's pretty much settled down. All I need to do is make dinner and eat, and probably write some stuff in the little journal book. I didn't really bring much reading material because all the books I'm reading weighed a lot, so I brought a little tiny book pamphlet on predicting weather, which even sounds boring to me right now. So I'm not sure I'm going to read that, but may just sit by the fire and just watch the sun go down and crawl into bed and get up as soon as it's light and head back. Call it a trip. Call it a first overnight backpacking trip. But well, actually I just filtered some water out of the lake, but this is really the impressive part. Just a beautiful sunrise or sunset. Look at that. Unbelievable. That's the stew. Very tasty, actually, with polenta, which is what that is. very hot, so I'm going to eat that here in a second. I just filtered out of the lake, first time ever, 2 liters of water with my water filter. Here, let's do it this way. 2 liters of water, drank a whole bunch of it, and it tasted absolutely perfect. I was a little wigged out by the whole thing, but the way the filter works, I mean, it draws it all in, filters it through what they call a micron filter, and I mean, not only is it perfectly safe, but it probably tastes better than the water that I brought with me. It's Tuscan stew, so you've got all these zucchini and tomatoes and corn, which is actually very good. I've been eating that by itself out of there, and it's got fantastic flavor. You put Jaden's ready for bed. Oh, he's toast. It's got, you probably can't see it here, but the sun has set. Got just some color left in the sky. Fire going. All of my little stuff here. My room for the night. It's an incredible view. I'm just sitting here on my rock, listening to the birds. Every once in a while, you have a big, huge fish jump in the lake. Alright, this is the Blair Witch thing. I'm so scared. Jade. Jade. We're not really all that scared, actually. I'm on my Neo air mattress, my Montebell Super Stretch number 3, 35 degrees down sleeping bag with a silk sheet liner, which is probably as comfortable or more than what I have at home, and it's actually pretty nice right now. Well, it's morning. This is my Tex-Mex burrito, packet gourmet. You can't picture it, but it smells incredible. It's got potatoes and cheese and everything in it. Oops, I gotta stir a little here. Hang on. It's a lot lighter out there than it is here. I don't even know what time it is, but pretty good night's sleeping. My back's a little sore. Should be fun carrying the pack, but the pack's going to be a whole lot lighter than it was. But we're going to have a little breakfast and get going. Filtered another couple liters of water out of the lake because we were dry again. And I've got my Starbucks coffee there, so... Oh, I can smell I got to get going. This is Jaden trying to get the last little bit of Tex-Mex taco, burrito, or skillet omelet stuff out of the bowl. To say that he enjoyed it is probably a little bit of an understatement. He's been doing this. That bowl used to be to the right of the other bowl there, but I gave him about half of it. That's what's left. Absolutely nothing. It was incredibly outstanding, but I have to say that was probably one of the better breakfasts I've had in an incredibly long time, and I think based on Jaden getting ready to rip the inside of this styrofoam bowl out, he probably feels the same way. Pack's a lot lighter going this way.